On the next In Conversation.
Years ago, I was a room, unprepared for the renovations. The trapdoor of my body unlatched and all the blueprints burned. A cloud is a room for holding tomorrow's weather. The sky is a room for the education of orioles. A bell is a room for warnings, and ashes are a room for the detonator's dirge. And so the explosions I escaped in Jerusalem moved in next door to haunt me.
Dean Michael Horswell
A
speaks with
cemetery is a
Dr. Becka
room.
McKay on her passion for the written word, what inspires her to write, and her process on how she constructs her own poetry.
Different lines come from different days. Like I said, that I write first thing in the morning. I end up with very raw material. And sometimes one day's raw material will be shaped into a poem. For these particular poems, I was just picking lines out from different days, from different pieces of raw material, and sort of daring myself to see if I could make them fit together. It was like forcing puzzle pieces where they're not supposed to fit. And so I think that the connections between the different lines of the poem rely more on the reader. You know how some writing stays closer to the writer and some stays closer to the reader. This is a way of saying that.
Dr. McKay is an associate professor of English at FAU, where she directs the Creative Writing MFA, the Graduate Certificate in Literary Translation, and serves as faculty advisor to the literary magazine Swamp Ape Review. She has translated several works of fiction and poetry from modern Hebrew, and is the author of the poetry collections A Meteorologist in the Promised Land, Happiness is the New Bedtime, and the Little Book of No Consolation, which will be published in early 2021. And she is Dean Horswell's guest for the next In Conversation. Listen for In Conversation on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.